Hi there. I wanted to invite you really quickly to a great little mid-year review that we are having with our Thinking, Feeling, Willing members. And I'm opening it up to everybody so that you can sort of come and go through the mid-year review with us. So what's included? A little workbook. We'll do a workbook that's kind of like our Planning for Peace journal. It'll kind of be a mini version of that. So you'll have that, and you'll have me for as long as I'm needed that day. So we're planning the mid-year review for December 29th at 6 a.m. Pacific time. That's a Saturday. And we have very limited spots. So you'll want to register quickly. We're keeping the registration price low at $40. And what we'll do during that time is you could even send me samples, and I'm happy to look at them and sort of help you decide where you need to go with your child, or we can just really talk in depth about that mid-year review. So we'll start the morning with me talking in depth about it, probably record a video beforehand so that you can also do some meditating on your child before we get together for that mid-year review. But you know, in homeschooling, and especially with Waldorf homeschooling, we tend to really shy away from testing, and I'm not a proponent of testing at all, but I'm definitely a proponent of evaluation and review, because that sort of tells us where we are and where we might need to take our teaching. It also gives us the opportunity to really find out and look at where our child is and maybe where they might need to be going. And if they're not there yet, how do we help them get to that space? You know, often we have this focus for the early years, like first grade. First grade can be so stressful for moms. So if you are looking right now and you're in first grade and you're not seeing the seeds yet, or the fruition of the seeds that you planted for reading yet, then I want you to take a deep breath. We'll talk about those sorts of things in depth. There's also other signposts throughout those early grades, you know, like how is their writing coming along, or moms that are really struggling with, hey, I can't get them to write anything. They don't seem to have ideas that flow. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about some math struggles that some children are having too, and just really going in depth and being able to look at what your child is doing and where they're going. So if you're a Thinking, Feeling, Willing mom, hey, you get to come for free. That is part of our series that we're working on, and that will be December 29th at 6 a.m. Pacific. If you're not a Thinking, Feeling, Willing mom, like I said, I'm opening up to 10 moms only, and it's $40. You can grab the payment link below, and it'll take you to the page so you can also sign up for the reminder emails. And what that will do is it'll remind you in your time zone when you need to show up. So remember, 6 a.m. Pacific, if you're in the United States, is 7 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you're in the United States, hopefully that's helpful to you. It's not before me, unless you're in Alaska. Alaska and Hawaii are going to be before me, but everybody else will be after me time-wise. So you'll want to schedule a few hours for that call. I'm planning to be on there until you guys don't need me anymore. So even if it takes 5 or 6 hours, and we have to take a lunch break or some potty breaks, I will be on there to sort of help you sort through everything, because that's really, my aim is to really help you with that space. I like it when we can, like for ourselves, when we dive into the new year and we're like on it. So I spend a lot of time in the mid-year review. I look at where we've been and sort of like where we want to go and where I want to end up at the end of the year. And so doing the Planning for Peace journal is super helpful because you can make those goals at the beginning. But even if you didn't use the Planning for Peace journal in the beginning and you just want to sort of dive in and try now, or if you're just starting, I know a lot of people pull their kids out of school in the fall, and so maybe you're just starting and you want to sort of figure out like, okay, where do I go from here? This is a perfect time. So with the mid-year review, I usually recommend that then you take about a week to adjust your planning afterwards. So most of the public schools are off like the week of Christmas. So it starts like the break starts the 23rd or the 24th, I mean, and then it goes all the way to not the Monday after Christmas, but the Monday after that, so in January. And so that's sort of what we'll plan on for us. So we'll plan on sort of doing the midi review, and when I do that, then I adjust our planning as needed, and I might go through and adjust some of the things that I put together for last fall. And it's super helpful because, like, in our situation, Soraya is just about where I thought she would be, maybe a hair off. And so I'm going to be adjusting that a bit. Samuel, on the other end, he has just devoured a lot of the history content and has loved it. So I'm going to be really looking at and meditating on ways to challenge him a little bit more that I didn't really expect. He's phlegmatic. He kind of is ho-hum and doesn't love to dive in sometimes. But the history that we've been diving into this year, he's in 6th grade with the Roman Empire and then the life of Christ. And I know he's going to be very excited for the life of Muhammad. He's on it. And so I know that there are going to be some places where I'll have to challenge him more. So the mid-year review allows me to sort of step back and really look at what they need and really then adjust their planning. So that's what we're going to be doing. Like I said, there'll be a little workbook that for moms, and it won't be available like as soon as you sign up, because here's the thing. I know this is going to go fast, and I know everybody's got Christmas and solstice and service and all kinds of things on the brain right now. And so they don't really even want to think about this until like the day after Christmas. So this is what we'll do is we're compiling the workbook now, and we'll put it all together. And then about a week before, maybe not even a week before, maybe like just a few days before, maybe the Wednesday or so before, you'll get it in your email. So you'll want to make sure when you sign up that you absolutely confirm your email so that it comes to you and you get those things. So you want to confirm your email after you sign up. You'll want to make sure that you sign up for the reminders for the calls, and it's all sort of laid out on the webpage. So please feel free to message me and ask me questions. You're welcome to email me at melissa@waldorfessentials.com. You're welcome to PM me or DM me, depending on if you're on Facebook or Instagram. So please feel like you can grab me and say, hey, lady, I need some help, because that's what we're going to be doing. But like I said, we only have 10 spaces available, and people will say, why you only have 10? Well, because we have almost 1,000 Thinking, Feeling, Willing members, and I don't want to spread myself too thin on that day. Then I want to be sure that I get to everybody. So we're only opening it to 10 other people. So you'll want to be able to, like I said, sort of hop on as quick as possible, even if you don't want to think about planning right now. Even if you're thinking, lady, I'm just thinking about Christmas right now. Totally okay. But I would definitely hop on and think about the planning piece now, just for like 60 seconds that it will take you to sign up. And then you can think about Christmas again, or about the solstice, or whatever it is that you've got coming up. No, there are so many beautiful cultural and religious traditions this time of year. So I'm hoping that you're having a good time with them. And I just don't want you to get panicked. That's usually what happens. I get, everything is silent in December in my email. And then on the 26th or the 27th, people start freaking out. I don't want you to freak out. I want you to come and have a good time with us and really enjoy the mid-year review process. And then once you do it this year, you'll be like, why haven't I done this every other year? And you'll want to do it again and again. And you'll have the tools to be able to do it. So join us and let me know if you have questions. Bye.